Hey everybody, my name is Cody and I love this MacBook. Mackbook Air is my ultimate tool. I do all of my content creating and all of my content consuming on this one machine. My main draw to this machine was the M1 chip. I'm a big fan of the hardware, what can I say? While I am no expert, I do know that this is more than enough computing power for most people. Not to mention that the battery lasts all day long. You can charge it up, get all your editing done, your exporting done on this one machine, and you will still have plenty of battery life left over. Now, I think the main draw for most people is the hardware. It's slim, it's sleek, and Apple usually does a really good job. I would say that they did a pretty good job here, albeit with a couple of exceptions, very minor. Now, for comparison's sake, before we get too deep into it, I've owned a 2010 MacBook Air. Oddly enough, it had like a standalone GPU. It was really strange. And then I've also owned a 2012 MacBook Pro, just for comparison's sake as far as performance goes and just my familiarity with the products. One thing I would say about this MacBook Air compared to those, just from a hardware looking at it everyday standpoint, it takes on nicks, scratches to the metal quite a bit easier than every other MacBook that I've owned. I don't know if the aluminum is a little softer or if the metal's just on the softer side. Price point on this MacBook Air. Look, get MacBook Air starting at $899 in our education store. From $199 with the M1 chip. Such a good deal. One thing I would opt out on, just go for 250 gigabytes of storage. I wouldn't touch your memory. I would not touch the RAM. Again, I think they did a really good job. Right now, it's definitely got to be my favorite thing. I use it every day. I use it probably a little more than my phone, which is insane. I don't think I ever would have thought I would have seen that day. This journey has been amazing. I've come to the conclusion that the MacBook Air, or that the M1 MacBook Air, that is a great option for a lot of people. And I would say most people that are getting into editing, or just getting into something light and they would like a nice portable laptop on the go that's just really easy to use. Just one last thing, I would definitely get a dongle, because for an external monitor, you're gonna need a dongle. You don't have any sort of ports. As we saw, there was no USBs on there. I mean, you're gonna need a dongle. It's not a whole package without the dongle, which is kind of sad, but beautiful machine. I highly recommend it. That's all. Just comment down below if you're gonna try to pick one of these up for your editing. Let me know what your configuration is. Let me know what your questions may be. I've been using these a long time, longer than I've owned them. I'm a big fan of reading about what people like to see if that configuration makes sense and all that good stuff. I just love talking hardware. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.